We'll gather around, feel the love come down. Blue elephant is strong, together we belong.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have resin mold box is what they're called now, not express anymore. They recently rebranded. So they are now resin mold box. We have their October box, and guys, I am so excited. So we got some really cool things in this box this month. First, they start off with the little puffy Halloween stickers. Super cute. All right, let's get into the actual molds. Now, the first one is this celestial star moon tray mold, which is super cute. I am really looking forward to doing it. I think you can do a lot more things than just using it as an actual tray. I think it could be used as some really cool wall art as well. And next up is their Gothic vase. It's like a chalice mold. It's like a vase. Anyway, that's what we're going to be using today. Oh my god, I am in love with this mold, and just wait till you see the results. They are, oh, I'm so excited. Okay, we've got two super cute owl molds. I love owls, so I am really excited to do these at some point as well. Now we have two different elegant bowl trinket tray molds. Now, when I first looked at these, yes, they are trinket trays, but if you look at them, you could very easily make some really cute picture frames with these too. So I've got some ideas, maybe not necessarily Halloween ideas, but I do have some ideas for these molds that I think could be really cute. Then there is a complete coaster set. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 spiderweb coasters along with the coaster holder. And then we have these little pumpkin things. Super cute images. You can use them as like ornaments. I know some people do like Halloween trees and stuff like that. And then the cute little ghosts. Now, they also give you some hardware. You get some of the eye screwlets, some jump rings, keychain holders, all kinds of stuff. For this, we are also using Into Resin's Moon and Star pendant mold. I thought, I have an idea in my head on what I want to do. Now, I may or may not change things as it progresses, but I thought that with the how I want to do that Gothic vase, I thought that these could be a cool addition to add to it. So we're going to do these up as well. And first things first, I am just going to start dusting them with the Let's Resin Silver Chrome and Gold Chrome powders. Now, obviously, I'm going to do silver for the moon and then gold for the sun. But we're not going to stop there with these chrome powders. We're going to incorporate them into the Gothic vase as well. I want to kind of do like a magical celestial type piece, right? So in my head, I thought gold and silver, like the chrome, would look absolutely stunning up against some of Eye Candy's Dark Ube, that deep, rich, velvety, delicious purple that I am absolutely in love with, that just screams like magical witch room type deal. I thought would look amazing with it. So that's what we're going to do. I am going to just pop off as I go through the rest of the dusting on this. And we're gonna go a little crazy with this and do something I've never personally done before, because why not? I will be back when we're ready for the next steps.
The sky is a hollow shell tonight. No stars to stitch its endless black. A quiet hum
Okay, so I'm back. So I had, like, as I was dusting and doing the things, like at first I was going to do it all nice and neat and whatever, and do certain things silver, certain things gold. And then as I was kind of going on, I was like, what if? And then I started mixing it up a little bit. And then I decided that I'm going to flick some of this gold and silver chrome powder just in sporadic spots on it, because I thought it would just give it that kind of like that magical type look. So we're going to do that as well. And then that top piece, I did the dots in silver, and then as I was going to redo the gold and clean things up and all of the things, I was like, well, maybe I'm just going to add gold to all of this and then wipe off the dots, because some of them wiped off when I was going over with the gold because my brush was wet, and then go over them again. And even if it's mixed a little bit, I think can look really, really cool. So that's what we're going to do. Now, I'm not gonna lie, part of me was a little worried that this was gonna turn out a hot mess and things were getting scary, and I was worried that I was gonna end up trashing the whole thing, but you'll see. It's amazing. I'm so in love with it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so I mixed up a bunch of Let's Resins epoxy resin for this, and I divided it into 2 cups, mainly because there's a glitter that I want to show that Valerie, one of my subscribers, members, friends, had asked me to mix up for her, so she can see it. Anyway, on to what the actual project is. So we are using the Dark Ube by Eye Candy for this. Now, I'm going to put in a couple healthy scoops in here. I want it to be completely opaque for the vase. I don't want any transparency in there whatsoever. However, that being said, for the sun and the moon, I want the color, but I don't necessarily want it to be completely opaque. So after I get this all mixed up and make sure that there's no mica left unmixed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the color and I'm going to drizzle it into these molds, just enough to pretty much cover up the sun and the moon, but not fill up the mold. We're going to come back and hit it with some clear later on. I want to get this in here first because I'm going to add some stuff to this that I don't want in these pendants. I want them to just be that gorgeous purple all on their own. I'm hoping that if I make it semi-transparent, that we'll get those crystal edges and we'll get some sparkle, a little bit more so than you get with completely opaque. Now I've got these chunky silver and gold like foil pieces. It's similar to like your gold foils and stuff like that, but these are the pieces that they're not quite as staticky and they're already chunked up for you. So it's a little bit thicker than like the sheets. Does that make sense? So we're gonna add this both colors in there. Now, because I don't want it all to fall and sink to the top of it, I am going to add 4 drops of Elmer's glue to the 8 ounces of resin that I have in here. I don't know, like, you feel like they may be light. I'm not really sure, but I don't want them to all fall. Like, I realize that you're probably not going to see most of them, and that's fine. I don't want to see a lot of it, but I do want to get bits and pieces of the flecks of color here and there. I think we'll just add to that kind of mystical, magical look that we're going for, right? So I put a little bit in, did a squeeze around the rim of that vase just to make sure that there's no air bubbles trapped there, filling it up a little bit more, do the same thing, kind of squish it around a little bit, and then I can't fill it up completely the whole way here. I'm going to move it. There's still a tiny bit more room in there, but I want to move it over to my drying area, and then I'll finish filling it over there. Now, for these, what I'm going to do is after I scrape the last few drips of the purple into the mold, I am going to top them off with clear. Again, we're doing this to kind of get that, have the color in there, but also some of the transparency as well. And then I'm just going to take my silicone stick. I am going to carefully go around all of those kind of edges where it comes up over where you've got the crystal facet cuts there. So you do need to fill it up the whole way. But I want to make sure that there's no air trapped in there. So I'm going to go around that real quick. Make sure there's no bubbles. Kind of give it a little mix in there just so it's not like one big clear spot in the middle. So it kind of just is all the way through, if that makes sense. Top these guys off, and then we are going to set them off to the side, let them cure, do their thing, keep our fingers crossed that everything turns out the way I want it to. And Valerie, this is the glitter mix. It is a white, chunky, not holographic, just kind of a plain bright white with some black, hollow, chunky glitter in it and some red undertones. If you don't like it, let me know. If you like it, let me know. Either way, you want to see something different, just Facebook message me. Let me know what you think of it. And if you don't like it, I will start over again. This is for her Wicked Women podcast that she does on Facebook. If any of you haven't checked it out, maybe go check her out, see what she's up to over there. I'm sure she would like that. But we're just going to fill up this little bear with it. And then, of course, like I overestimated how much resin it was actually going to take. So I've got a bunch left over. I am going to use one of those wine topper bottle thingies. And I'm just going to finish filling it with that. We're not going to demold that in this video because it didn't fill it up the whole way. But I just needed something to put it in. So there you go. Anyway, I'm super, super excited about this, guys. Like, you don't even know. Like, oh, guys, you just don't understand how amazing this turned out. You really don't. I'm so, so, so excited about this. Like, this is so much better than I could have ever even hoped for. All right, first up, we are going to do the little bear. And yeah, again, he's not part of this video at all. I just kind of wanted to be able to show her the glitter mix. And on to the sun and the moon. And these molds are absolutely gorgeous. I have some other ideas that I want to play around with. So you'll probably be seeing them again. Hopefully I can get it before Halloween, since they kind of sort of go with that kind of feel. They're not going to really go much with my Christmas stuff once that gets started. But these are really neat. Now, I think that they would look super, super cute as like book bag or purse tags, or, get a piece of leather cord or something like that and tie it around and hang it from your rear view mirror, or even as pull chains for like your ceiling fan light switches and stuff like that. Super, super cute. Like them a lot. The only thing that not that I have an issue with it, but the holes, obviously, like, you can drill them to make them larger. They are very thin, so to get a cord or something through there, you're going to need like a jump ring, unless you drill the hole and make it bigger. They are kind of chunky, so like the biggest size jump ring that I have is a 10mm one. My jump rings won't fit in there. So for this, like, to put something on it, I'm not going to be able to right now, not to finish it off for like a keychain or whatever. But okay, wait, look. Oh, guys, it's so pretty. Do you see? It just has that celestial, magical look to it. Like, it is absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. The way that the silver and gold, and then that deep, beautiful purple. Oh my God, I love it so much. Just going to clean off the sharp edges along the bottom. Now, I had a thought on what I was going to do with this. My plan was I was going to take some, I was going to use the sun and moon and hook them onto it somewhere, like, I don't know, by like an eyelet or something like that. Like, I was playing around with several different ideas on how to incorporate those two pieces in with it, just to make it something very, very unique. But I don't really want to do anything to it. Like, I am so, so happy with it. And then I was gonna finish these guys off, but like I said, my jump rings are all too small. The only thin wire that I have is like super thin and bendy, and it's not going to be sturdy enough to hold anything onto it. So I think that by doing that, I would have to redo it anyway. So I'm going to have to go on and find either some just like bulk wire that's a little bit thicker that I can make my own jump ring kind of things, or something bigger jump rings. I don't know, for these chunky pieces like this so that I can use them. If anybody else has any other ideas on what maybe work better than a jump ring, because like jump rings, they serve their purpose, don't get me wrong, but I kind of think it would almost look tacky with a jump ring on it. Like I really would like to be able to get a leather cord through there, but aside from drilling out a bigger hole, which I 100% could do. I know I'm being lazy. Um, it's just not going to happen with the holes that are provided in here. Did need to go in and finish touching up the moon because there was part of it when I was dusting that I just completely missed and it looked a little weird. So I just went over that with my chrome paint pen, fixed it up, and then I'm just cleaning off the mess that I made with the paint pen with a little bit of alcohol and a Q-tip, and then that's it. We're done. Like, I'm not doing anything else to any of these pieces. I am absolutely in love with this mold. You guys, if you like, it's beautiful. It's nice, it's big, it's wide, it's perfect for pens, for all kinds of stuff. Like, I can see me making a bunch of these. If you don't have a good mold like that, this was one that you definitely want to get. All the descriptions, links, all those things are down in the description box below. Anyway, that is a wrap on this one, guys. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I will see you on Saturday in the next one. Love ya. Bye.
In every comment, right? You lift me to new heights. Your support, it's clear, gives me reason to cheer. Blue Elephant Crew, this one's all for you. You make dreams come true with everything you do. Each subscriber's heart playing a vital part. Videos we share, showing how much we care. Likes and shares, they grow. You make the channel